Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mr. Teacups and welcome to the FIFA 14 pre-release. So, another year, another glorious FIFA, another year, another chance to take the amazing Oxford United from League 2 all the way to the Premier League. And all sarcasm aside, that is going to be the goal of this series. We're going to try and take little old Oxford United from League 2 all the way up to the Premier League, and hopefully one day even win the Premier League title and maybe even win the Champions League. But that's being very optimistic. We've got to get out of League 2. So for now, we're going to set our sights on dominating League 2 and getting our white asses into League 1. So let it begin. So I set up everything to do with my manager, named him, got my pound sterling going, got everything sorted out, and I just got to say, the new screen, the new hub, whatever you want to call it, looks fucking sexy. It looks sleek, it looks shiny, it looks nice. I think it is really well organised. But the first thing we did was we had a look at our squads. It's mainly the same from last year. They haven't made too many new signings. The team is pretty decent. I've got to say, of Oxford United, they are really strong up front. They've got a nice little bit of pace. They are quite slow in certain areas, so we're probably going to have to buy some new pacey players because FIFA just loves the pace. But before we really did anything, we set up a scouting network. We bought ourselves, I think, an Irish scout. We sent him off to England to look for some new talent. I just really wanted to see what the new scouting system looked like in this game because that was one of the main features they were talking about when trying to advertise this as a new feature. But after he was sent off, I think it was just time to fast forward. I really just wanted to get to play in a match and see how Oxford United played. So this is how the match went. So before the game starts, I'm just going to say the rules are that every game is going to be 5 minutes each half, and it's always going to be on world class. And our first match was at home to Española. Okay, so this is how the game went. We did well. For our opening day, we won. I'm just going to spoil it right now. We won. We won 1-0. It was a decent game. A lot of chances for both teams. Española is a very good team. They had some talent up front, but Constable is an absolute fucking tank up front. He's a big lump, but he's got some skill on the ball. He's also got a little bit of pace. He's not too fast, but he can outrun defenders. He can push them aside, and he can score goals. And he's probably going to be my main striker this season. We do have some strikers, in the reserves and the substitutes, but I think it's going to be Constable. I hope he doesn't get injured. But really, all things aside, the team played very, very well. Danny Rose looks to be a very good player. He's definitely going to be in my team from now on. He sets up the first goal. It's a beautiful chip from him, and Constable's finish is absolutely sublime. For a League 2 player in FIFA, that was a sexy, sexy finish. But they're looking like two good players. Everyone else on the team was looking good. The goalkeeper was looking nice. He made some really fine saves. But all in all, it was a good opening day, and that's all I can say about it. That's it for the highlights, really. To be honest, there were quite a few attacks, but they all happened at the same time. Then the rest of the match was boring. Literally, like the second half, nothing happened. So yeah, once the first game ended, my scout came back with some reports for some really, really young players. We went the Arsene Wenger way. We wanted some young talent in our team. Not because we're paedophiles, we just want that young talent. And the scout brought back some nice options. He brought back an Arsenal player called Nicholas. He looked really, really good. He's definitely going to be a future player for Arsenal in this game, in the season mode. But we couldn't loan him out. He wanted 5k weekly wages, and we can't afford that. I think the max we can afford is like 3k, so we definitely couldn't afford that. I'd look at all the other players. Some of them looked decent, some of them really didn't look all that. They were really slow. Out of all the players, I did have an interest in Carl De Silva from Crystal Palace. He looks pretty decent. He's 19, centre attacking mid. Definitely a player I'm going to take interest in. We really need to strengthen our midfield, but the scouting report showed no stats, so we don't really know what he's like. So I'm asking the scout to scout him further so we can get some more information about him. But he could be a buy in the future. We don't know yet. But apart from that, nothing else really happened. I did have some news from one of my players called Tyrone Marsh. Wanted to play first team football, and I thought, you know what, Tyrone, he's probably going to be fast. No racism aside, he is the fastest player in my team. I think he had like 85 pace. So you know what, I gave him his chance and I put him in the first team for the next friendly, which was against Tigers away from home. I did make some more changes to my team as well. I swapped around a lot of the midfielders. We do have some pacey midfielders there. Some of them with 80 pace, some of them with 70 pace. This is a very good all-round team for League 2, and I just do believe we will have a chance at winning League 1. We do have a chance of winning League 2, but we're really going to need to strengthen the team. But apart from that, this is how the second match went, and I'm just going to summarise it like this. We got fucked. and not in a good way. We end up losing 3-0 away from home. It wasn't even a decent match. None of the players performed well. We barely had an attack on goal. Tyrone sucked. For his debut, he really did not impress me. He just could not shoot. He had a really dead touch. He was fast, but he had nothing going for him. His touch was a touch of a rapist. I'm not even talking silky smooth. I'm talking, oh my god, what was that? And I went a little bit too fast for that analogy, but you get the picture. His touch was just horrible. And yeah, we just ended up getting raped. These are the 3 goals in the background. I don't even think I can throw any clips in of my players. I don't think we even had any chances. So yeah, so this game was a huge downer to the morale of the players, I guess. You know, having the first nice win and get absolutely raped 3-0 away from home, it kind of showed a lot of cracks in the team, especially up front. I just felt, you know, up front there was not enough pace. Even though Tyrone was pacey, there was just not enough of it. I'm talking Arsenal field Walcott standard pace. That is what we need to improve this team. Also as well, we just need more quality on the ball, because these guys' touches were just, like they were just disgusting for professional footballers, and they just could not pick a pass. They were not running anywhere. They were more likely to run back to their own goal and score an own goal than actually have an attempt on the enemy goal. Did I just say enemy goal? I mean the opponent's goal, but you get the picture. The team sucked. This game was just a huge downer for me, but areas can always be improved. So yeah, that was the second game. So far we've had a loss and a win. It's been decent. So really once the game ended, I was having a look around what's going on. It looks like to be Bayern Munich is trying to buy fucking everyone. They're doing the Tottenham and buying everyone really early on. They're looking for Rooney, they're looking for Aguero, they're looking for, I think, Czech. Jesus Christ, they want everyone. Also, Everton won Czech. That was quite surprising. But I was looking through, trying to scout some new players, and I came across this player, Neil from Nice. He's A16. He's a player for the future. His stats are absolutely amazing. Right now, he's a 16-year-old. I think he's got like 86 pace. Something like 82 acceleration, I think like 80 shooting. He is an amazing striker, and we're trying to get him at the moment. I put in an offer, it got rejected. I was quite sad about it, but I want to try and pressurize them to giving me him on loan, because he's only got like a month left on his contract. I feel like we might be able to get him on a season-long loan. If we do, our up front will just be amazing. We'll have a huge chance of actually winning the title. We really need to secure his signature for the season. But before they got back to us, we had our third and final game of the episode, and it was Oxford United at home to DC United. And DC United are a decent team. They got some quality on the ball. They had some really nice touches this match. They had some really good shots as well. And I just got to say, it was a very close match. A very, very close match. We both had chances. There was, how do I put it, there was a lot more skill on show from Oxford United. Constable was just running rampage up front. He was using that tank strength, pushing defenders aside, but he just never really got a full-on chance on goal. No one was really making any runs. It was always just one person up front, so I'm probably going to be trying to change my formation to 4-3-3 for the next couple of games to just try it out, because at the moment I think we're just playing 2 strikers up front. It's not enough, because I feel like one of them is playing centre forward and one of them just an out-and-out striker. I don't like that system for FIFA. We're definitely going to try and put 3 up front, but we ended up losing this game. We lose 1-0 to DC United. And I just got to say, so far, headers are just so overpowered. Oh my god. It just feels like whenever my opponent puts a header into the box, it's a goal for them. It's just like my defenders don't even try and stop them. Like that first goal right there, there was no pressurization on the ball. Oh, I should knock their wages for that. That was absolutely piss poor defending. But what you're going to do is a nice little header, well taken. The goalkeeper was absolutely just raped there. He did not know what to do. And that was it really. For the rest of the game, it was just an even match. I couldn't break through. I couldn't get the draw. I ended up having a loss, which was quite sad. So really so far, we've had 2 losses and 1 win. It's not really the start I wanted. To be honest with you, I'd like to have had 3 wins, but we've come up against decent opponents. And, you know, there is quality there in this team. Oxford United have the quality, but we need to get some more players in. I'm definitely going to be trying to strengthen the up front. If we could get that Neil, oh my god, that would be amazing. But I don't know if Nice are going to let him go, because he is a star for the future. They might, you know, they need to loan out their future star players to get the experience under their belt. So hopefully we might be able to get him. But I definitely need to strengthen my back 4, because their defending has just been piss poor. Their man marking has just been absolute arse crack. But in all other areas, my midfield is pretty solid. Strike force is alright. If we get Neil or maybe one other striker, we could go all the way and win the league this season. But that is the end of the first episode. It's been a decent start to the new season. You know, a few ups and downs. Hopefully this series will go well and we just don't get raped in League 2. Hopefully, like a year from now when FIFA 15 comes out, we won't be stuck in League 2 still. I've got my ambitions. It's going to be a hard task. It's going to be a journey of ups and downs to get little Oxford United from League 2 all the way up to the Premier League. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I hope I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave the episode off here. I've been Mr. Teacups, so if you rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.